Reaching Out with Eddie. The title of my show is Engage Yourself. And how do we engage ourselves? Well, one way of engaging yourself is to be concerned. And when you're concerned, you will get involved and you will do something about your situation. We are the easiest people in the world to conquer. You have all types of races, different races of people, different groups of people, of all the races of the people, us being first, assuming that we're the first people on this earth. If you can go back and do your research, life started in Mesopotamia over 5,000 years ago in Egypt, that's Africa. So we're for us to be the first, and it talks about in the Bible that the first should be last and the last should be first. But I don't know whether that's true or not, but it appears to be true. But one of the things that I can say is it is so easy to conquer us. And how can you conquer a group of people or race of people or family of people without firing one shot and they become submissive, they become docile, they become non-compliant? It's non-compliant because if you're not compliant, you're not getting involved. Now, if I ask you to do something and you don't do it, then you're being non-compliant. If you could vote and you don't vote, then again, you're being non-compliant. And so I I I I mean this is perplexing. And you just can't be concerned. You got to get in an action mode. You got to wake up. And right now you're asleep. It doesn't even cost that much. It only costs you a few dollars or a gallon or two gas to get up and go and vote, to get up and go and register to vote. And most of you register to vote already, but you're not doing anything with that vote. So we have been conquered. And it is sad that we have been conquered because we are lying for and they're not necessarily our enemy. We're just talking about other groups of people. Other groups of people are doing far better than we are. I can remember as early as 2015, you would look at the Hispanic population that's in Jefferson County and other counties, even in Mississippi. They were in ragged. Their vehicles were look like dilapidated, jalopies, raggedy, old, bent up, beat up. They didn't care. But you look at them today, in just a short period of time, they are a group that's have risen up above us. And I promise you, you're talking about the new color. You're talking about it's going to be a coalition. It's going to be a situation where all races of people going to blend in together. If we go down 1,000 years from now, it won't be any black people. People will be my color or lighter. But you won't have the dark-skinned people. Well, maybe in Africa, because Africa is such a large nation. But you understand that they practice all the germ warfare. They do all that in Africa. Everything, all the resources and everything. Africa is one of the richest, poorest nations in the world. I mean, rich in natural resources. They've already went in and conquered Africa. How they done that is by going in there and using a gun. Might make us right. Going in and taking their resources, and then basically using money to get what it is that they want. They have always used money to have what it is that they want. So we need to engage ourselves. But I'm gonna tell you some things today about things that are going on in your area that you don't know about. But let's discuss the elephant in the room first. Donald Trump. To arrest Donald Trump is an affront upon democracy. What? Donald Trump is democracy? Messing with democracy? He's a fucking criminal. All he done is broke the law. I mean, he has 91 indictments. And you talking about this is democracy? Now, here's the thing. Either you believe in the Constitution or you don't. Either you believe in the rules of the law or you don't. Either you do or you don't. If you believe in the rules of the law, then Donald Trump he hadn't been convicted yet, but it would indicate that he's done a lot of criminal things, and a lot of the people that the Democrats are attacking, interfering with the president. He's not going to be the president of the United States. He's the one interfered with the presidency when he went in the insurrection that occurred on January 6th. He didn't want to take his ass home. So the things that you're talking about the Democrats are doing is the very thing that you Republicans did. Y'all hear Tubal talking. He said, bro, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I talk about the Democrats too, but right's right. It doesn't matter. Right has nothing to do with party affiliation. It has nothing to do with color. The law doesn't either. One of the things that the prosecutor said, She said, we will look at the facts. We will look at the law and we'll bring charges. She didn't say anything about looking at white folks and looking at anything. It's non-discriminatory. And that's what she did. Oh, and let me tell y'all, folks, I was upset when they charged that rapper with the RICO Act. I thought it was so unfair, but it's like, wow, it's genius. If you look at it, she's showing herself. It was teachers that was, I guess, buffering schools, changing the schools or doing something. It was a group of them. They had a racket going, and she charged them. It was created for the mob. She charged them under the RICO Act. 2 pled guilty. It was a total, from what I'm reading, it was a total of 13 individuals, teachers that was charged with under the RICO Act in the state of Georgia. 2 pled out. 12 went to trial, and she got 11 convictions. And then the rapper that she arrested under the RICO Act. And so she's showing herself to be non-biased. It doesn't matter what color you is, who you are, how old you are, what you used to be and what you ain't now. And you keep saying President Trump, and then you said Joe Biden or Barack Obama. It's ex-President Barack Obama, ex-President Donald Trump, or either just Barack Obama. When he was president, you called him Barack Obama. Now Donald Trump is no longer president. You're talking about president. Look at all these are people that you have hired. These are people that you have put in office. These are people that are your representatives, your state senators and your state representative. Marjorie Taylor Greene is trailer park trash, and she wants to be the vice president of the United States. Do you really want this ignorant Bama, okay, Georgian, to be anything in anywhere other than an embarrassment to even me being a black man? She embarrasses me because she represents not just white folk, not just Republican on a world stage. She represents the United States, of which you and I are members of. So no, Donald Trump does not represent democracy. His ass needs to go to jail. They need to lock his ass up. He's out here to threaten people, to bring people together, to attack the people that brought indictments against him. You notice when he was indicted for January 6th, Rudy Giuliani was not indicted, but he's a witness. All these people are Republican white folks that are testifying against Donald Trump, not Joe Biden, not the Democratic Party, not you and not I, but his own constituency have obviously made some type of deal where they're going to get immunity to testify against his ass. You know what? One time I did something. Ralph Morgan, I think he's dead now. I did something. I was sitting there in my attorney's office, and I have a pardon from this. And I was sitting there in my attorney's office, and I owed that man $68,000 or $69,000 or 69 and some pennies. And I owed that man that money because one of the things I played on the North Carolina versus Alpha. That's a best interest deal. And so I never pled guilty, so I didn't do any talking. My lawyer, Charles Wright, Judge Wright, did all the talking for me. So I played out on the North Carolina versus Alpha, and they did me like they did Donald Trump. I got indicted 3 times, but on each one indictment, I had 3 other charges. And so y'all do the math. So that's 4. On another one, I had 3 other charges. That's 8. And then the other one, I had just the indictment and 2 other charges. So you add that up. I was facing like 100 and some years. But the point of it is that I did wrong. The law reached out and touched my ass. And I ain't got no problem with that. And yes, I'm a fight. Hell no, I didn't want to go to jail. No, I didn't go to jail because I had the resources to control the situation so that when I turned myself in, all the thing I did was got fingerprint and brought up out of there. Kind of like I did when all those trumped up illegal ass charges that Rochester Anderson and Brandon Fireplace and the crew did to me. You know, I just went in and came out. You know, I never got locked up. I just went in and came out. And the only time I spent the night in jail, Dustin Markin did it. He made my ass stay overnight in jail, but that's okay. It ain't no fun when the rap. Well, I ain't gonna even say that because I gotta be careful. Y'all know how to say it. It ain't no fun, but you know, every dog got his day. Every dog got his day. You ain't gonna be judged always. Hell no, I don't trust him. He smiled in my face. He say one thing and then behind my back he do other things. Fuck with my family. which brings to me again, Donald Trump is not damn democracy. It's not an affront upon democracy. It's not a threat to democracy to put his ass in jail. Had he been in jail, he's a fucking actor. He wasn't doing nothing but trying to get, and he's using the money. Now you Bammers keep sending his ass to fight these damn charges that he got. It's illegal. He actually tried to change the outcome of your vote. And you're going to defend that? Lindsey Graham need to take his plastic ass home. Mitch McConnell, all of them, every damn, including Joe Biden, they need to go too. Dianne Feinstein, they all need to go. Their ass is too old to be there implementing laws, rules, and regulations to affect you and my life. They're things from the past. Hell, we don't have no T-Model 4s outside. We got new cars and new planes and new everything, new phones. When their ass was born here, they didn't even have a phone probably in their house so damn long ago. But now everybody got a phone. Even the 2-year-olds know how to operate the phones that they have now. So we don't need no old ass folks in there telling us anybody what to do. And then they have fucked this country up so bad that only thing you see is that they just special interest group. Look at the United States. We're no longer a superpower. You can think you is, but we're no longer a superpower. We don't make anything. How is it that we can be a superpower when we don't make anything in America? Keep building apartment complexes. Keep building hotels and restaurants. So look around. Everybody having a problem with maintaining their weight because all they got is food places everywhere. Now, some people are born like that. That's family. It's DNA. But not everybody is born like that. You can't hardly go anywhere. You don't see any small people like me hardly. Everybody's eating, and then I promise you, folks, we got to do better as a people. So yes, you need to engage yourself. Get your ass up off that bed and start voting. Take a part in the political process. Know what it is that your children are doing at school. You got some good mothers out there. I don't care what happened to their children, though they on point. When they go somewhere, they take their children with me. You got some mothers out there just don't even get engaged with their children. They don't participate with their children. Shit, man, my daughter ain't even started school yet. Now, what the hell is wrong with that? Well, tell me, people, what's wrong with that picture? Well, my daughter in Meridian has started school. Neither her nor her brother had started school yet. That's fucking child neglect. Too bad, said, bro, don't talk about family. Sometimes you got to, people. Sometimes you got to because it's a wake-up call. And I don't care much for her mama. I can say that. I don't give a damn if y'all go back and tell her. I just want her to stay out of my face. I want to make sure my baby okay. But I don't mess with her or her family. I don't have no dealings with them at all. I can speak and be polite. I'm not going to disrespect anyone. If you call what I just said disrespect, then so be it. That's just how it is. Now I'm going to tell y'all, man, my son, I know y'all know it and shit. My son went to jail for aggravated assault. So what's really fucked up about this situation is that my son grew up around me. Y'all hear me tell you on this podcast all the time. When the police pick you up, they are not your friend. Their job is to put your ass in jail. So why would you cooperate? You ain't even got to tell them your name if you don't want to. Because if they pick you up, they know your fucking name. It's ignorant as hell if you think that you're going to get picked up by the police and you're going to tell them everything that they want to hear. And they're going to put it in their own words now. You can say, Jack be number, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick. But that ain't what they right. They're going to say, Jack took the candlestick and ran off with it and ate the wick. And then you blindly sign the shit. Y'all know we don't hardly, I do, read documents that we sign. Some of you out there do too. But most of you, when they put something in front of you, you just sign it. You don't read all that shit. It's designed like that. The little bitty small ass writing, because young people ain't doing signing documents too quick. It's older people who need reading glasses that ain't going to want to take the time. And young people, they ain't going to read it anyway because they ain't got time. They got to get out there and do what it is that they do. So, yeah, my son, his bond $250,000 for aggravated assault. Y'all, oh, who did he shoot? Who did he almost kill? No damn body. In the state of Mississippi now, if you fire a gun, that's aggravated assault. If you fire a gun at somebody. Now, here's what I'm told. So I'm finna tell you what I'm told. I was told that a person shot at my son. Shot at him. He was just passing by, going to get his phone. He has witness to this fact. My son got out. He has a right to stand his ground. In the state of Mississippi, it's okay to have a gun. And my son is not a convicted felon, so he can have one. My son got out of return fire. I'm understanding now. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. If he did, he ain't done nothing wrong. But they charged my son aggravated assault. Now, folks understand now. He didn't get charged with shooting in a dwelling, so ain't no bullet went in no house. He didn't get charged with shooting into an automobile, so ain't no bullet went into a house. Now, they don't charge you for shooting in the ground. Now, imagine the bullets just went off at random and then eventually dropped down to the ground. But nobody got shot, folks. And my son bond is $250,000. What kind of bullshit is that? This is Dustin Markham, somebody that I done damn shook his hand when he became judge. Somebody that when he ran for city council, I was there and gave him money. When he ran for mayor, I was there and gave him money. Of course, when I ran, he gave me money. That ain't what a friend do, folks. He should have recused his damn self. He wouldn't have been doing nothing wrong, but $250,000, folks. Then my son go back the next day. Dustin let him stay in there again for $250,000. Every dog got a day. Now, ain't no threat to the judge. It's just that you got what you call judiciary performance. Don't put one on your ass. Shit, I ain't dealing with y'all no more. I want all of my children, get y'all ass out of Mississippi. Stay the fuck out. Run, run, run. Not just my children. All of y'all get the hell away from there. If black folks leave Mississippi, then the dogs gonna have to fight each other. And they ain't gonna do that. And the dogs gonna have to beg the little black dogs to come back in there because we gonna treat you right this time. Y'all niggas need to get up out of there. Your quality of life ain't shit. You ain't doing nothing there. You ain't got nothing there. Why would you stay there somewhere? All the thing you can do is ride around in your car and get high, or either you can't go to school because Amy Carter's the fucking warden. She's schoolhouse to jailhouse still going on. Amy Carter, how in the hell somebody gonna keep a superintendent job more than 10 damn years and the school system is failing, other than the fact that it's by design? And you talking about black males that doing what they white puppet master telling them to do because you have a school board of trustees that can fire her ass, and they haven't done that. And you talking about majority of black folk. So you talking about black folks destroying other black folks. See how easy it is to conquer us? All you got to do is give a nigga some money, and the nigga gonna goddamn do whatever you want him to do to other niggas. That's sad. That's sad. Y'all need to leave the hell out of Meridian and Lauderdale County and the state of Mississippi. I mean, I ain't mean that. If I did a little bit too much cursing, then still what it is. I'm gonna kind of like soften up a little bit and just gotta kind of say congratulations to my son Max. His name is Demore Maximilian Hope. We call him Max. He's a school teacher. He's teaching school in Mobile County, and of course my daughter's also subbing. You know, she already a medical lab specialist, and she's subbing, and both of them are working on their master's degree. So I'm real proud. When you see children doing things like that, you can't do nothing but be proud. I got to talk about the 3 degrees. 2 years talking about now. What the hell is a 3 degrees? I have 3 children. They all have new vehicles. I'm telling you, man, they each got their own personality because one got a Mustang, one got a Challenger, and the Charger, whichever it is, and the other one has a Mustang. So they hooked up, and I'm real proud of them. They each got nice vehicles, and so they work hard and they do good. When a parent, whether it's a father or a mother, see their children doing well, they feel good. It's a sense of pride. They're proud. So I'm proud of my son that's teaching, my daughter that's teaching. And I have a daughter, Jada, she's up there on her own now at Alabama A&M in Huntsville. She's on her way to be Dr. Hope, and that makes me proud too. So I'm proud of my children. And then I don't think that I didn't call your name, that I'm any less proud of you, because I am. And I talk about those because they're letting their light shine so that you all can be all that you can be. And I got a can y'all come here for a minute? Come here. These here are my grandbabies here. Come here, sit in granddaddy lap just for a moment, and then y'all come for the camera and just say, hey, come on over here. Don't be afraid. You come sit right here. Okay, now say hey. Look, speak up, say hey. Okay, now y'all can go. These are my grandbabies. These are Phoenix children. Anyway, people, as you can see, I'm a hands-on parent and I love family. And while I'm off my topic is that I want to talk about that. Folks, Wayman Newell will be the next supervisor of District 2 because the numbers favor him. I'm a statistician. There's no way Craig can win. There's no way any Democrat can win in Lauderdale County running for any office other than those like Joe Norwood. Once Joe Norwood get out of there, if he don't turn it over to another black person, then Joe Norwood would be the last person to hold office and a black person. The same way with Andre Harris. But what they had a tendency to do is that they let you elect them and then they step down between elections so that the board of supervisors could appoint someone. That's how they circumvent your right to choose. And then they go and get a nephew or a son, such as in Andre Harris case, he was brought in, selected by Robert Robinson. They appointed him, and then you brought a deputy sheriff to come in there to be justice court judge when Ricky Roberts ran for sheriff. I think that it circumvents the vote because it's hard to beat the incumbent. So I think, again, people, that you should have a right to choose. If a person is not going to stay in there the full 4 terms, he's not going to. And I can just tell you right now, Andre Harris going to turn it over to his son because he turned the consular job over to his son. So you can see how things go. And so he's going to do the same thing. He's going to turn that over to his son. So now you got to have, but once they stop circumventing the vote and let people come in there, then you will be able to see that we can choose who we want to. But eventually you're going to have it so that you ain't going to have no black anything in Lauderdale, Mississippi, because of Meridian, Mississippi, any of those towns now. And the reason why I say that is because the young peoples are not engaging. They're not voting. They stand at home. They don't care. And so and until you engage them and get them involved, well, you're going to get rid of your warden first. You're going to really start educating our children and stop sending them to the jailhouse. If you don't educate them, if you're giving them an inferior education, you're setting them up for failure anyway. If you got a person, a school system that's only graduating probably maybe 20% of the student body, more or less, and probably most of the students that go through Meridian Public School end up on the streets, or either when they do graduate, they fail out in college and again end up on the streets or in low paying dead end jobs. So you have a system that's failed. So that's Amy Carter Doody. That's her job, folks. She's a warden. She's not a superintendent. If she was a superintendent, the school would be at least a B or an A, and it's none of those things and never have been. And it's not going to be, but until the people put the right people in office. I hit too bad with it, but bro, who is the right people? Well, they don't want the right people. You can tell who the right people are because they don't win. They don't win. So I can tell you one thing, and I don't mind telling y'all that the person that I think that can really do that, bridge that gap, and galvanize young people is Tyrone Johnson, because he's a young person himself, and everybody knows him. So he's respected in both communities, white and black community. Young people and maybe not so many old people may not respect him as much, but I think they do though. But what does it really matter? Old people are dying off. So you had less people to vote this time than they voted the last time. So I'm finna give y'all the plan. Here is the plan. The plan is this, is that for Tyrone Johnson to start now, mobilize. He'll never win it if he depend upon my peers, the people that are older than me. We're gonna say a generation older than me and a generation younger than me. If he got to depend on those peers, he's not going to win it because those people going to vote for the Jimmy Smith and the Percy Bland. But if Tyrone Johnson started now, it don't take nobody but him and his wife, and they start walking now, or they'll get in shape. Walk now and go and get them young people and give them a reason to vote and galvanize them. Tyrone Johnson, you'll be the next mayor of Meridian, Mississippi. Now, I'm going to help Tyrone because I think that if we get on board and help him, I'm not trying to convince my peers don't even respect me. And while I'm a jewel among them too. But how about the younger people do? Because they recognize the genius in me, the smartness in me, and the fact that I'm a strong black man. I'm a strong family man. There's others out there like me too. So yes, Tyrone Johnson will probably be the next mayor. I want to talk about the 3 Foot Wellness. 3 Foot Wellness is a weed business, and it's in a good location. Old St. Louis High. Come when you go over there, the 22nd Avenue Bridge. When you're going toward the interstate, time you go across, make that left turn and make a quick left because it's right there where you actually used to walk around. They used to sell tin and junk and iron and all that kind of stuff in the back. it is such a nice place being done. And I can tell you that they grow their own product. And so, but I wanted to tell y'all this, that they're going to have a doctor, not them, but a doctor will be on site at the E.F. Young building. You know, I'm talking about manufacturing. That's 426 26th Avenue, 425 26th Avenue. You know, where they used to make the curl juice and all that kind of stuff. I think Chuck has an office in there. At one time he did, he probably still do. It's across the street from the Connor Young building. So you know what I'm talking about. All day from 9 to 5 Saturday, you can go there and see the doctor and he'll write you a prescription, and then you'll be able to go to the 3 Foot Wellness building. And you know, too well just said, bro, you sound like they done paid you to say that. No, they did not. I'm just very good at what I do, because I think that a lot of you out there, instead of going to the local weed dealer, that you can go to this place and get a strong, they got all kind of weed in there and all kind of gummies and everything in there that you want. It is so discreet. You don't even know what it is until you know what it is. And it's such a nice, comfortable, safe place for you to go and shop at. That's 3 Foot Wellness. And again, they're going to have a doctor at the E.F. Young manufacturing building across from the Connor Young building at 425 26th Avenue. He'll be there Saturday, all day Saturday, from 9 to 5. He'll be there, and he'll be listening at you. If you have if you like me, you got a tick, or you be depressed, you be sad, any kind of chronic pain that you have, any kind of anything, he's going to listen to you and he's going to prescribe you if you qualify. And most people qualify for a prescription. I'm going to tell you that. That's my opinion now, too, Bill. So don't question that. Again, folks, I want to thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all tell somebody. The numbers on Facebook is really picking up. And, you know, I'm looking at all this. I want to talk about Terry Rogers. Terry Rogers received 41,000 votes. Terry, I want to tell you that you did an excellent job. For you, first time running for statewide, you got 41,000 votes. A young man, 18, 19 years old, 18, I think. Wow, young enough to run and did it. I am so proud of that young man for just sitting out there doing that. Folks, kudos to Terry Rogers. You will hear from that man. Might be president of the United States one day. And you know what, folks? I know that he has a bright future in politics. He got his name out there. He got himself out there. He's he's very articulate. He's very historically factual. He knows things that people this age don't usually know, because he took it upon himself to go and see, to read, to understand and study. And I wish a lot more of you would engage yourself like he did. I'm very proud of that young man. Folks, I want to talk about something that you really, really need to know. You have, I'm going to talk about Clark County now. In Clark County, you have Anthony Chancellor that's running for sheriff for Clark County. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the previous sheriff who's resigning endorsed him and promoting him to be the next sheriff of Clark County. Now, here's what I see is wrong with that, folks. And here again, it's an indictment upon the media, WTOK and the Meridian Star newspaper not doing their due diligence. They're shown that they're owned by somebody else, and they won't give you the news that you need to know. Do you know that Anthony Chancellor killed a 24-year-old unarmed white male on the 30th of June? I ain't talking about 15 years ago, Two Belt. I ain't even talking about 5 years ago, Two Belt. I'm not even talking about last year, Two Belt. I'm talking about June of this year. On June the 30th, you can Google it. His name is Randall Jones from Boaz, Alabama. Google it. They got us a picture on there. They don't talk anything about it other than he was killed June the 30th. And this is bad, but the person that killed him was Anthony Chancellor, folks. Here's the thing of it, Anthony Chancellor, and he was killed in Stonewall. Now, you understand that Anthony Chancellor has never been certified to be a police officer in Stonewall. He's not even certified to be a police officer in the sheriff department. He's certified to be a police officer in Enterprise, Mississippi. That's all. So you understand that when he left Enterprise, he was no longer a law enforcement officer. So him and this man got to fight, this young man, and the young man was shooting his gun. He was shooting in his gun. He was staying with, let me get these names right here. It's a lady that works for the courthouse down there, and he was staying with her. Her name's Sheila Johnson, and that's where it occurred, at Sheila Johnson's trailer. He was staying there. He was just out there shooting, and so some kind of way him and either Anthony Chancellor get in a fight and he whooped Anthony ass. Anthony pulled his gun and cold-blooded killed the man. Now MBI investigating this, folks. Now when MBI investigate this, the person that doing the investigation went to the academy with Anthony Chancellor. So you can see how it is, folks. So now his buddy gonna look out for him. So you WTO Co said something about it one time. You can't even pull it up on their website. You can't pull nothing up about it when you Google this, folks. These are facts. If it's not factual, you will see this podcast come down, because if I don't speak facts, they shut it down. They'll turn it off and they'll punish me and keep me out for 2 or 3 weeks. But folks, this is factual information. Anthony Chancellor running for sheriff of Clark County. There's no way in hell that man need to be sheriff of any county. His ass need to be in jail. See, that's what I don't like about white folks sometimes, because y'all have 2 sets of rules and 2 sets of laws. You have one for me and one for everybody else. You have one for us and one for them. But then how about y'all? Y'all untouchable. Can't put Trump in jail. You can't put Anthony Chancellor ass in jail. He didn't kill no black person. This man don't discriminate, folks. When you see his record, he whooped blacks and white folks. This shit went to his head. Do you really want him to be sheriff of Clark County? You don't want his ass to be a sheriff of any county. You want his ass in jail. That's wrong. My condolences goes out to that man's family. I know his mother and father grieving. A young man, 24 years old, life cut short there because the Anthony Chancellor couldn't beat him. He whooped him. I can remember Michael Moore did a police officer like that. He whooped that up at Dixie Packensack. Too bad you remember that. Michael Moore is dead to this day. A police officer said something to him. The police officer came up on him and grabbed him and pulled his gun out on him to make him stop or something. Michael took the gun from him, whooped his ass, put him on the ground and beat the shit out of him, got up off of him, walked away and got shot in the back and killed him. That's what happened to Michael Moore. That's Judy K. Moore. I think she's dead now. Flick Moore, that was his nephew. I'm talking about he's as a matter of fact, it might be Flick Moore's brother, older brother. And how about one time they justified, say it was justifiable homicide because the man had went to East Mississippi one time. What the hell somebody got going to East Mississippi got anything to do with somebody shooting him in the back in cold blood? And so nothing was never done there. Now this is what Anthony Chancellor did to Randall Dalton Jones, 24 years old, from Boaz, Alabama. Was killed by that man. Now he's running for sheriff. And they don't want you to know about it because, again, they're trying to control your vote. So y'all tell somebody, don't y'all vote for that criminal. He's a criminal. And the sheriff of Clark County knows. It says a lot about him. You understand? If you scratch a lie, you smell a thief, or whatever they say. However they go too, but you know how it goes. But anyway, folks, I want to appreciate all you guys for listening in. I really don't have anything else to say other than I think I'll talk to you, man. When you are in a relationship with someone, don't take them for granted. I don't care who it is. When you have loved ones, whether it's sisters and brothers or whomever, don't take them for granted. You love them every single day because every day can be their last day. Remember that. You don't want to just sit around and you can't beat people screaming and hollering when a loved one dies, a loved one's no longer there. You don't ever miss your way till the water run dry. But I tell you, ain't nothing like losing a child. Mother's bad, even fathers if they in there. But I tell you, losing a child is the worst thing in the world. My daughter's birthday was August the 12th. Did I feel some kind of way? Nope. My brother's birthday was August the 16th, and both of them are deceased. But I don't. And, my family call and they'll say, are you okay? Why would I not be okay? I love my daughter. I don't have any issues. I loved her. I did everything as a father could do. She graduated from high school at 17. She was an honor student. She was a member of a National Honor Society. She was really, really smart. That's all hope there. I don't care what you say. That's all hope when you look at the intelligence and the smartness. That's all hope. But either way, I miss my baby, and then it ain't no certain time. It ain't got to be a birthday. So, no, I don't be thinking about that kind of stuff. I just miss my baby, and it can happen at random. But I did my part, so I don't have any guilty feelings. I never abandoned her. I stayed there with her. I was hands-on with her. I taught her how to drive. I bought her first car and a second car. You know, I just I was always, I taught her to drive. She was such smart. I spoiled her. She graduated at 17. She was in the UAB nursing program. A lot of y'all, the little career was smart. And you know, she's not here anymore, but I have a lot of memories. And when I see her, I can actually see her smiling and hear her. She had an infectious laugh. And so when I see her, I don't see her in the casket unless I look at the picture. Yes, I had a picture. My family didn't know that, but I do have a picture of Korea in the casket. I also seen Korea before she had anything on. I'm the only person saw her other than Xavier. Xavier saw her, and but I seen her after she came back from the state. They did not do an autopsy on her. They did not cut on her or anything like that. So I actually went and looked at her. I saw her, and matter of fact, my brother Nate took pictures of her, and he's called me over. He brought them and showed them to me. He let me see them, everything. I don't know too bad. I'm a little confused. You know how we create our own history. So either it was the pictures or I actually saw it. Either way, it doesn't matter. Once I seen everything, yeah, it was pictures because he deleted everything so that nobody else would get hold to it. But yeah, I miss Korea, but I don't have any issues with her because I did my part. I'm Mr. Dad. I am a hands-on dad, and I do my part. Even to this day, I will do my part. And I have children that don't deal with me for whatever reasons, and have children that I don't deal with. And I say this to you: when you don't deal with me now, don't deal with me tomorrow. Understand that. Don't bring your ass to my funeral because I already instructed the person that's going to be in charge and keep your ass away from there. So if you disown me now, don't come on to me when I can't look at your ass and tell you I love you or get the fuck out of my face. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you for watching.